Wild card weekend in the NFL means Rooney's beer available at Coons Market, Coons Cafe. So, ladies and gentlemen, isn't it time that you opened a Rooney's and enjoyed the ice-cold, refreshing taste and, of course, of a Pittsburgh legendary family? All right, look, NFL weekend, some Steeler alumni. Congratulations to Mike Mularkey and Dick LeBeau as the Tennessee Titans are moving on to round two following their win against Kansas City. More on that in just a couple of moments. But there has to be a Tennessee fan by the name of Justin Timberlake who has to be very excited about this win. Not only does he have a new album coming out February 2nd, Man Out of the Woods, but he'll also be performing at the Super Bowl, number 52 in Minnesota at the halftime show. So the stars have been aligned, at least for the last couple of days, for the great talent of Justin Timberlake. And again, congratulations to Mike Mularkey and Dick LeBeau. More on that win in just a moment. Now, to your headlines. We'll be talking about these stories first thing in the morning after CBS Radio News at Intercom Communications, Rob Pratte Sunday, News Radio 1020 KDKA. President Trump firing back at Michael Wolff's Fire and Fury book. He was tweeting today about how incredibly, stupendously smart he is. The president said, throughout my life, my two greatest assets have been mental stability and being really smart. The president told reporters at Camp David today that he still stands with Attorney General Jeff Sessions. The statement was made after a meeting with Republican congressional leaders. Also, the president appeared to say today, while at Camp David, he is willing to meet with special counsel Robert Mueller's team over the Rustin investigation. During an exchange with reporters, he immediately also added, saying there was no Russian collusion. Ex-astronaut John Young, a NASA trailblazer whose 6 journeys into space include a walk on the moon and commanding the first space shuttle flight, has died following complications from pneumonia. He was 87. Ron Paul, former GOP congressman, called Attorney General Jeff Sessions to step down today after he moved this week to rescind the Obama-era policy of restriction on federal enforcement of marijuana laws in states where the drug is legal. Currently, recreational marijuana is legal in 8 states and the District of Columbia. 22 states also allow some form of medical marijuana, and 15 allow a lesser medical marijuana extract. The Texas Libertarian called Sessions' actions unconstitutional. He represents something that is so un-American as far as I am concerned. Now, to sports. Virginia Tech defeated Pitt today, 81-67. Jerron Wilson-Frame had 20 for the Panthers, who will host Coach K's number 2 Duke Blue Devils. Get your tickets for this one Wednesday night at the Peak, January 10th at 7 p.m. Of course, you can hear it on 93.7 The Fan. Now, to Wild Card Weekend. First game at Arrowhead Stadium, Tennessee defeated Kansas City 22-21. Marcus Mariota, 19 of 31, 204 yards throwing the football and 2 touchdown passes, one actually to himself. As he rifled one to the end zone, it was tipped back from Darrelle Revis right into the quarterback's arms, who raced into the end zone. Also, a big game for Derrick Henry. He rushed for 156 yards and a score. Tennessee moving on to round 2. Now, just moments away from the kickoff at the historic LA Coliseum, the LA Rams will be taking on Atlanta. You can watch that on NBC. Tomorrow, the early game, CBS Sports, KDK TV2. A lot of Steeler implications here at 105. Buffalo is going to be taking on Jacksonville. And University of Pittsburgh Panther LaShawn McCoy, and that bad ankle looks as though it will not keep him out of the lineup. Then at 4:40 on Fox, New Orleans will be hosting Carolina. The Pens are back on MSNBC tomorrow night and back on home ice for a 7:30 start against Boston. Again, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. And tomorrow it's Rob Pratte Sunday at 5 a.m. on News Radio 1020 KDKA. Good night.